John 20, verse 7. Kai ta sudarion, hain epites kephales autou, ou meta ton athanion kamenon, ala choris, intatuligmenon eis hena topon. Well, to translate this verse properly, we need to glance at the previous verse to pick up our subject here. Simon Peter saw the linen cloths lying implied there. And what else did he see? He saw the handkerchief or the face cloth or the sweat cloth. This is a Latin loan word that only occurs 4 times in the New Testament. You can look at the lexicons to get a little more information about it. But he saw the sweat cloth, and we have a relative pronoun now telling us something else about the sweat cloth, which was upon his head. That is, it was placed upon Jesus' head when he was buried. Some further descriptions now about where the sweat cloth was. This handkerchief now, it was not lying with the linen cloths, but apart, having been rolled up apart in one place. In other words, set by itself apart, rolled up or folded up in its own place. Now let's look at this participle here, intatulig. It's a mouthful. Intatuligmenon. As soon as you see that men morpheme, you think to yourself, oh yeah, Plummer warned me. When you see that men morpheme, you think about men sitting in the middle of the pew, too often being passive in the church, not doing their part. That is going to be a middle passive participle thing. And as soon as you see this reduplication here, notice that, of course, we have this prepositional prefix in, but this right here, the te, is reduplication. You have reduplication, it's going to be a perfect middle passive participle. And in the context of the verse, perfect passive participle, having been rolled up. It is accusative, neuter, singular. Why is it accusative, neuter, singular? To describe the sweat cloth here, ta sudarion. I would argue it's another supplementary participle. Remember the verb up above. He saw the sweat cloth having been rolled up apart by itself in its own place, in one place. The verb that's being used here is entuliso. And you may or may not remember that when you see a present tense form of the verb that has a double sigma in the ending, the real root of that is going to have a gamma, a kappa, or a chi. Something was added to make the present tense. So we're not surprised at all to find a gamma here in a form outside of the present or the imperfect.